Peace. It's Nebro Tishin. I want to make this video today because a lot of new people have been asking me questions about this particular situation. So I want to make it clear, just for people to know what's really going on behind the scenes. I'm not going to drag this out either. I'm going to try to keep this around 10 minutes because I really don't want to spend too much time on any of this nonsense. But it needs to be addressed because clearly people are consistently, no, I'm not going to even say people. A person is consistently trying to ruin my reputation for the last 7 or 8 years or so. Okay. In the ATR community. Okay. First of all, I want to say, again, you cannot fake being a Palero. You can't fake being a Palero. Can't. This individual is a racist. All of the Facebook slander that you see when you put my name in the search and you see all these little fraud pages and slander pages, this dude is a racist. First off, let's just get that squared away. Okay? This dude is a fucking racist. All right? This dude has been gunning for me for the last 7 or 8 years. Okay? Dude is a racist. His thing is he says that he's dedicated his life to ruining mine because he says that I'm not legitimate. I'm not a legitimate Palero. I'm not a legitimate Tata. I'm not a legitimate Kimbizero. Regardless of my testimonials, regardless of how much knowledge I have about the traditions that I clearly speak in my videos, regardless of the spiritual Ache that I walk with, that he has clearly tried to put to the test unsuccessfully, right? Regardless of all the factual things, regardless of the fact that all of the false allegations, the lies that he posts on Facebook about me on a daily basis, how I'm scamming, ripping people off, I'm the most professional spiritualist on the internet, hands down. The most professional spiritualist on the internet, hands down. Hands down. Everything from website to customer service to spiritual work to mentorship to advisement to counseling. Nobody else works as hard as me when it comes to doing spiritual work. Nobody else tends to their clients more than me. And my clients may beg to differ. Some of them say, well, you don't get back to me. Or you don't get back to me. Can't get back to everybody. You can't please everybody all the time. You can only, make some of the people happy some of the time. You can't make all the people happy all the time. But I do my best. I do my best. And my Instagram reviews show that I do my best. And I give my best. And the people get the best. I say this to offset the slander. I have to put out these type of videos every now and then to offset the slander. Because this individual thinks that he's using the 48 laws of power, destroy by reputation. Destroy your enemy by destroying his reputation. Come on, man. It's corny. It's corny. The allegations don't even match up with the actions. Sex offender? Come on now. Put my name in a sex offender website anywhere. You're not going to find it. Never committed a sexual crime in my entire life. I don't want no pussy I got to take. So that don't even make sense. Where's all these crimes? Then he posts up a new YouTube. Now when you search my name on YouTube, there's some shit called Nebro Tishin Crime Family. Because I ranted in a video about how I would fuck these niggas up in the street in real life. And I would. Period. I would. And I'm not finna recant from saying that. All the bullshit that these clowns have put me through on this internet over the last 8 years, if I saw you in the street, I would bust you in your fucking face. Period. Now, any other illegal allegations being made against me, this is being handled in a whole nother legal capacity, which we're building a very serious case on. Okay? Has nothing to do with spirituality, has nothing to do. This all has something to do with race, hate speech, racism, harassment, liberal defamation of character, slander. These are all things that are illegal. You know what I mean? These are all things that are illegal. Everything that I do is filed legally. Everything that I do online is filed legally. Legal corporation. Legally filed institution. Nonprofit 501(c)(3). Everything that I do is legal. Yet this individual is slandering a professional person because it is his religious belief that I'm not legitimate in his racist eyes. And this person ain't even Afro-Cuban. This person ain't even African. This is an Italian-American. So all of you black people out there who I see following, some of the reasons why I don't respond to some of y'all is because y'all follow this dude. And anybody that fuck with him that asks me questions, I'm going to automatically assume that you work with him. So I ain't fucking with you, period. If I see you following somebody that clearly don't like me, I'm not fucking with you. Clear, period. I'm not fucking with you at all. And I've seen a couple of y'all who keep posting questions under my comments who follow the enemy. So I'm not fucking with you, period. I've seen you. I ain't got to say nothing, but I see you. You see? So I wanted to address this because it's really like, I guess it's the battle over who's going to rule the spiritual realms or some shit. Like, this shit is corny as hell. This is why I don't fuck with ATR no more. This is why I don't fuck with ATR in the open, shall I say. I still fuck with ATR heavy. I still fuck with Paulo heavy. I just don't do the shit in the open no more. I don't do none of it in the open. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. The community is ridiculous. It's full of racism. You know what I mean? I advise any black or Latino person to be very careful treading in the African traditional religious space. I'm not going to name no names, but there are some people who, and I'm talking about spiritually now. I'm not even talking about, I'm not talking about no allegations of sex and all this other shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm talking about spiritually. You join a person's house, they don't teach you shit. What's the purpose of joining? Right? It's a difference. Like in my situation, I explain to my students, my godchildren, and so forth. They like, well, I'm not learning. Well, you're not coming to the temple either. I don't ever see you at the temple. You ain't over here bringing rum, cigars, offerings for the spirits, learning, working in the Munanzo, doing shit that you need to be doing. You're not doing none of that. You think we're not obligated to just teach you without you showing an effort or putting forth some type of self-effort. You know what I'm saying? We're not obligated to do that. You got to put forth a self-effort. Just because you got initiated don't mean that I'll sit down for class now. I'm going to start teaching you. Step one. No, it don't work that way. It doesn't work that way at all. First of all, you got to be careful who you teach. You got to be careful who you teach. I learned this from my padrino. You got to be careful who you teach. This is why he's very careful on who he teach. It took my padrino years before he even trusted me enough to start teaching me. But because of my devotion and loyalty and dedication, he was able to see my heart and see what was in my heart and see that I would never betray him. I would never hurt him. I would never do anything or speak against him. And when he saw I wanted to grow and he saw that I was dedicated, he saw I wanted to do the work, then he began to start teaching me. He didn't start teaching me directly as soon as I got initiated. He just started breaking down things, and he didn't do that. And I don't do that. I've taught people a lot of things that I know. I've taught people many things that I know. And what did they do? They used it. They tried to use it against me. This is why we don't teach people right away. I've recently taught people things. I've taught women things. I've got people around me right now who are utilizing what I teach them against me. And they think I don't know. And that's the crazy part, because I'm just going to let the spirits deal with it. I'm never going to say anything about it to them. I'm just going to let the spirits deal with it. Because people come into these realms and they do not understand what they're getting involved with. People come into these realms and think that they can find a way around how to do things. A person may say, well, I didn't send my pot at you, but I sent my egun. Working against your padrino is working against your padrino, regardless of what fucking type of spirit you want to send. If you send a spirit to interfere with your padrino's life in any way, shape, or form, and it is not positive to protect him, then you are fucking up. Period. In our house, witch don't eat witch. So if you in our house and you trying to work the spirits of the house against other people of the house, you fucking up. Period. This is why we don't teach people shit. See? So, for all those people up there who are searching my name and you finding all this negative information and all this shit, this is done by an Italian American who lives in New York, who has been doing this for the last 7 to 8 years, trying to ruin my reputation because he wants to be the king of Palo Mayombe, yet he's a fucking white man. Point blank, period. I'm sorry. Not racist or anything like that. But, come on now. This dude is claiming to be the highest priest in the country, and we all fall up under him. Yet he's white. Tell me if that ain't racist. That's racist in itself. He's lying about being Afro-Cuban because he speaks a little Spanish. He's trying to fake off like he's Afro-Cuban. That's like, who is that? That's like when Geraldo Rivera tried to pass off as being Latino, but we know he's Jewish. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. This is the kind of shit that they do. This is the kind of shit that they do, to tie into the vine and culture vulture off of something because they culture do not give them the power or the knowledge to be able to do certain things. So they culture vulture off of us and try to tie into the vine. Everybody that speaks Spanish is not Spanish, clearly. I had a white Spanish teacher in high school. She was not Spanish. Just because you know Spanish, don't make you Latino. Clearly. So we have this racist individual, and I'm not going to say that he's the only one. I have encountered many racist individuals in the ATRs, particularly in Palo Mayombe and Santeria. There's a lot of racism in those traditions. I tell Black and Latino people, and it's funny. It's funny because light-skinned Latino people will be racist against dark-skinned Latino people. Light Latino people will be racist against darker-skinned Latino people. One ethnic Latino group will be racist against another ethnic Latino group. If you're Mexican and you want to learn Palo from a Puerto Rican, but a Puerto Rican is racist against Mexicans or prejudiced against Mexicans, don't expect to learn shit. You see? And I'm not saying that every Puerto Rican is racist against Mexicans and so forth or vice versa. I'm just saying it happens and it's real. It really is real. If you're black, expect to learn nothing. Expect to spend money, but learn nothing. You're going to learn a little bit. Every black Tata that I know don't know shit. Dead ass serious. They're begging their Tata to teach them. And guess what? The Tata 9 times out of 10 is Latino. They're begging them to teach them. Been loyal to them, devoted to them for years. Come to all the ceremonies. Help out as much as they can. They ain't teaching them shit. They're not teaching them shit. So I'm just saying, y'all, be careful in the community. These are the real reasons why I don't fuck with ATR in the open no more. I still take care of my godchildren in Palo. You know what I'm saying? I still work Palo for my godchildren. But I just don't fuck with it in the public no more. You know what I'm saying? It has its place. I'll just put it to you like that. It has its place. I'm on to bigger and better things. I don't have no time for none of that racist, condescending, prejudice, bullshit. I just don't have time for that, man. Spirituality should not be about that. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be about that. When you got individuals who claim to be the highest leader of Palo Mayombe in the country, spending the majority of their day to troll and stalk another individual on the internet, that shows you the quality of the spirituality that you're going to receive from people like this. No professional Palero would write essays of lies about an individual every day. What is this individual scared of? Like, truly, what is this individual afraid of? And if he's not afraid, what does this individual hate about another individual? What do they hate about me so bad? We've played Hueso con Hueso. I'm still here. I clearly speak about things in Palo that no uninitiated, illegitimate person could speak on. If I'm running a scam, then goddamn, I must be good. Because I got people to teach me Palo Mayombe secrets that you can't learn in a book. How could I get, what respectable Palero or Tata or Yayi would teach a non-initiated person anything about Palo? But yet I can speak about things in the Palo tradition that you have to be initiated to learn. So how could I be illegitimate? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. If I was performing all of these illegal things that this Italian American continues to propagate on Facebook and now YouTube and all this other shit, wouldn't I be in jail for it? Wouldn't I have any type of case pending? Don't have any legal problems. Don't have any cases pending. Can't be found in any fucking sex predator website, whatever the fuck. Can't, none of that. None of it's real. It doesn't exist. This is all this individual's attempt to utilize the 48 laws of power, the law of reputation, to bring me down by ruining my reputation. Whether if it's true or not, say it enough times, say it enough times, say it enough times, say it enough times. As long as I can get the people to believe it, that's all that matters. This is how this person thinks. He know the shit he's saying ain't real. I talked on the phone with this dude for hours about Palo Mayombe. The same dude that's slandering me on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else. Same Italian American I've talked on the phone with for hours about Palo Mayombe, where he has admitted that I'm a Tata. He has admitted that I'm in the tradition. But in public, he'll tell y'all he illegitimate. Because he's doing the same thing I'm doing, y'all, behind the scenes. He got a website where he sell readings and spiritual work and all that stuff too. And it must be how he makes the bulk of his money, because he's too afraid to come out and make a video like me. Because he talks so much shit about so many people, he got more enemies than he can count. And for whatever reason, he thought he could bully me. Wrong move. Dummy move. But he's scared of everybody else in the community. He hides behind a Facebook like page, never shows his face. He's afraid. What you afraid of? Just show yourself. If you big tata, get your ass on YouTube, talk your shit, do your thing. Nah, you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that. Because you got too many enemies that you done fuck with so many people over the years. As soon as people know who you are, you already know what's gonna happen. And this is what I'm saying. This is the type of shit that you all will encounter in the Apollo community. There are some good tatas out there. But a lot of people be on that bullshit. They be on that bullshit for real. So, I just want to let y'all know, for all y'all people that's researching me online, on Google, on Facebook, on YouTube, and so forth, all that negative shit that you are seeing, it is false. It is fake. It is done by a racist Italian American who is passing himself off as an Afro-Cuban in order to ascertain power, fame, and notoriety in the Paulo Mayombe community, because he does not want any other good tata to be reputable in the community except for him and his little circle of cronies who appear to be warty if I look at all of their pages. Yeah, he wants to talk about other houses and stuff that are warty, but this dude has a whole circle of warty individuals around him. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Everybody, the same group of people like his posts every time he make a post. The same group of people like him. And if you look at their pages, which I have, they're all warty. What does that tell you? If it look like a duck and quack like a duck, then motherfucker, it's a duck. Why is this Tata, who has been gunning for me for the last 7 to 8 years, circled around warties? He has nothing but warty friends in the community around him. Because it's like, you got to ask yourself at some point, what type of man who calls himself a man is obsessed over another man? Religion or no religion? Has nothing to do with religion at this point. Ain't no motherfucking religion finna make me obsess over another man. At the end of the day, what type of people act like that? I want you to comment. I want you to put it in the comments. What type of people act like that? What type of people, what type of man would obsess over another man? On the internet. It's different than when you in the streets. When you in the streets and you don't like a motherfucker, you run up on that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go straight for his head. You see that nigga, it's blackout time, nigga. We fucking you up. Like, that's what's gonna happen. You're not finna be online all motherfucking day. That's some low-key warty shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some low-key warty shit right there. Like, who does that? Y'all gotta think. If I'm posting testimonials every other day on my Instagram, the whole purpose of my Instagram is to post testimonials. And I'm finna put a page on my website just in case my Instagram ever get hacked or put down or something like that. I'm finna put a page on my Instagram with all the screenshots of all the testimonials I've been putting up over the years. So you can see my track record. How can you call a person a scammer that's constantly putting up results? What do you call that type of person? A hater? right? We call those type of people haters, right? Those are the type of people who just so upset that you're doing something good or that you're succeeding. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. This is that mentality. I don't even want to say it because I don't want to come off like a racist. But it's a group of people out here that act like that. That divide and conquer mentality. Turn everybody against each other while he hides in the background playing innocent. When in reality, this is the person behind everything negative that's going on in the community. Most of the negative shit that go on in this community is coming from this Italian American. He the one creating wars amongst Paleros, spreading rumors about Paleros. It's him. Because most of y'all, he don't have that many followers on Facebook, but he runs this Paulo Mayembe group. And everybody who's searching for Paulo Mayembe joins this group. Everybody who's in Paulo Mayembe joins this group. I don't join it because he in there. I don't want to be in there. They not teaching nothing in there. Ain't no need to be in there. Just a bunch of guys and gals, you know what I'm saying, talking shit. While he sits back and try to police the Paulo Mayembe community. It's ridiculous. Like, I can't be a part of nothing like that. I'm sorry. Like, that has nothing to do with my spirituality. Obsessing over anyone over the internet has nothing to do with my spirituality at all. And I'm not about to allow that to dictate how I move in the spiritual realms because I got a warty. And no offense to warties, but I got a warty. Because my thing is this. I got respect for warties who openly are warty. You know what I mean? Like, I know gay priests. And I respect them. Some of them are my friends. And I love them as friends. Those are my friends. So I have nothing against that. My thing is you got a dude who's coming off as if he's straight. But behind the scenes, he's the one that's lying. I hope he's not lying to his Nganga. But he damn sure is lying to the community. He damn sure is lying to the community. Want to know the reason why? Let me tell you the reason why people are out here who are gay. And this ain't got shit to do with the video, but I'm going to just throw this in here. Why do you think people, because they always say it's taboo, right? For gay people to get scratched, right? Why is that? And I know people who are gay and scratched in Paulo and nothing is going wrong with them. Everything is good. Everything is good. I'm sure they have their problems. We all have problems in life. We can't attribute that to spirituality every time. I mean, sometimes you're going to hit your knee on the side of the bed. Don't mean somebody threw a morto at you. My thing is, but they're living, they're thriving, they're doing their thing. And they're in Paulo Mayembe, and they happen to be gay. And they cool ass people. Why do you think they're able to do that if it's so taboo? The thing is they're honest. They're honest. They're not standing in front of the Nganga pretending to be something else. The Nganga knows that they're gay. They didn't come in front of the Nganga and tell and pretend that they were something else. They didn't try to deceive the Nganga. Okay? The taboo has everything to do with honesty. It has everything to do with honesty. It don't have shit to do with the spiritual forces need to come together and it's two spirit. Man, look, everything in existence is composed of two energies. Electric and magnetic energy, respectively, and culturally known as yin and yang. It don't matter if you are gay. It don't matter if you're lesbian. It don't matter if you're straight. Everything in existence, including this cell phone, is composed of electric and magnetic forces. Everything in material reality is composed of electric and magnetic forces. It has nothing to do with your sexual orientation. at all. So if it had anything to do, if the taboo had anything to do with the spiritual forces not being able to come together when during the seeding of the nonsense. Okay. Nonsense. Because everything already has yin and yang in it. Everything already has yin and yang in it. It has nothing to do with that. The taboo has nothing to do with you being able to rebuild this person's spiritual body. Yin and yang is yin and yang. It's going to be there. You know what I mean? Being gay is not going to stop the yin and yang from flowing in that person. That person would not exist or be alive if they did not have yin and yang flowing through their body simultaneously at once. They would cease to fucking exist. They would be dead. So that's not true. Okay? This is why I tell y'all to be careful about religion. Gotta make sense. That shit don't make sense. The reason why it's taboo is because men have stood in front of the Nganga and came in front of the Nganga as if they were heterosexual. But behind the scenes, they were not. And that was an offense to the Nganga because you do not want to stand in front of the Nganga and lie. If you stand in front of the Nganga and tell the truth, if you tell your tata at the time, I'm gay, look, I'm bisexual, whatever it is that you are, but I really need Palo. Because it might come up in the person reading. This person needs to get initiated in Palo Mayombe or they will die. What are we supposed to do? Just let them die? You see, it doesn't make sense. But if that person says, look, I do want to tell you I'm gay. Right? If the person come out and tell you that and during the reading, they were being honest. Okay? They were being honest. And by being honest, they will be allowed entry into the Munanzo. Especially if it means saving their life. Especially if it means saving their life. So, shit gotta make sense. Back to this slandering. It gotta make sense. For y'all people who have seen any of the negative slander or press about me on the internet, it gotta make sense. He's illegitimate. Right? I'm illegitimate, but I'm speaking about things that you can only know if you were legitimate. So we can scratch that off the list. We know that's a lie. Right? How can I possess all of these Ngangas, protect myself, and be at war with these clowns for the last 8 years if I was illegitimate? Wouldn't I be dead? Wouldn't I be sick? Wouldn't I be fucked up? It's to the point that these people got to lie to the community. Look at him. He's sick. Look at him. He's lost everything. Look at him. He's this. He's that. Come on, man. This dude really is beside himself thinking that he can control y'all minds to believe some shit that ain't even going on. He's lost everything. He doesn't get any clients. His business is going down. This is the stuff that he wishes was going on because he's asking his Nganga to do it every day. But it's not happening. So the only thing that he could do is resort to slandering. When he see me make a video and he sees my energy in a video and he sees that none of the shit that he's been doing spiritually is working, that's when he goes and he starts fucking slandering on the internet. Because he has to resort to slander. Well, fuck it. I'll just ruin his reputation. I can't get him with the pot, so I'll just go ahead and type up a whole lion-ass essay over everything that I say on the internet. Come on. What type of person is that? Why would you even want to work with a person like that? If the whole thing is to get Tata out the way, get me out the way so you can go work with him, why would you go and put your spiritual destiny in the hands of a person who's obsessing over another man, lying and slandering on him? If he'll do it to me, guess what? He'll do it to you. Be careful in the African traditional religious community. Be careful. Don't be so desperate for power and what you think is knowledge that you walk right into a spider web and get entangled in some bullshit that you can't get yourself out of. Because these people out here don't play fair. They just don't play fair. I've got countless stories. I help people every day. I fix people's initiations every day. Not every day, but regularly. I get people that come to me who have problems with their initiations from other houses, who don't have good relationships with their godparents. In most cases, it's because the godparent won't teach them. Other cases, it's because the godparent tried to control them with the pots, started doing work on them. All kind of crazy shit that I see every day. Shit that I've never done. I'm not a perfect person, but I've never done no shit like that. I've never done it. If I was, let me see something else. They talk about all these bad things that I've done, all the bad things that he's done. If I was doing bad things, trust me, the spirits would have took my ass out the game a long time ago. They would have took me out the game. Period. They would have took me the fuck out the game. Especially some illegal shit, dealing with sex and all this other weird shit that these people talking about I'm doing on the internet. If I was doing any of that shit, I'd have been taken out the game. The spirits would have been punished me. I would have been in jail for any of that shit. I don't do anything illegal. I don't do shit illegal. Especially in the fucking, especially when I got sociopathic Paleros praying over their pot against me every day. Why would I go out doing things illegal? If I was out here doing bad with the spirits and I'm doing shit illegal, I've seen shit like that. I've seen people who thought that they was motherfucking untouchable because they got it in Ganga. And they out here doing all kind of reckless shit and end up fucked up. I've seen it. I've seen it. Don't fall into the bullshit, y'all. The reviews are fake. The slanderous reviews are fake. Those not even reviews, first of all. A review, right, comes from a client. That's just hate from another priest who wants you to buy his stuff and don't buy my stuff. But yet, I'm showing proof of my work. I'm showing testimonials. I'm showing my face. I'm showing you who I am. This person hiding behind a fake page. We don't know who that is. You don't know who that is. You just know it's a hater that's posting a lot of bullshit about Nebro on Facebook. If you choose to believe that versus the facts that I'm showing you, then clearly, like I always say, you ain't smart enough to work with me anyway. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this video because I got some other stuff I want to talk about in some other videos. But yeah, be wary, be careful. Don't fall for the okie doke. All right? Because they out here and they don't play fair. Peace.